reason why the average false preacher hides under the canopy of prophet is because it looks like, I have an encounter with God. It's an inspiration. No. One of my friends started teaching something, and he said a voice spoke to him. We called him. I called many ministers. We sat down. He said, all right, educate us on this inspiration. And he couldn't say anything. It's okay, if you can't say anything, stop this your teaching in Jesus' mighty name. He went and continued. So I came on the pulpit because that's my job. An apostle is a quality control officer. I said, that thing that man is saying, he couldn't defend it before us. So dissociate from him. And his stuff ended. That's why they fight me. Oh, I am like, but you know what? I know how long I will live. And until I arrive at that age, nothing forged by darkness, by men, by governments, by nations will be able to take me out of the stage. Are you with me? After a while, the tributary began to, the context, the texture started changing. And then Jesus began to teach me what, if I wanted to function in the prophetic, I should start by teaching. And then I should introduce a minstrel. And I'm going to, if he increases that volume now, you will see another man entirely. So I'm keeping him at that level so that I can teach. If he increases it, I will lose the ability to teach, and I will begin to see visions. Even if you doubt, it will come to pass. I've worked in it for years. I've modeled it for years. Okay, trust me. I was in the oil industry in my country for 16 years. I was posted to Lagos, and we used to attend to offshore duties. So when vessels heavily laden with petrol comes, we're the ones that go on those vessels to fiscalize, to get quantity, and if the onshore storage facilities are adequate to receive those volumes. So we do a lot of offshore stuff. And the work is on demand. It's not every day that the vessels come. Do you know that for 7 years, because I was a preacher, hopping from place to place, for 7 years I will ask God, is the vessel coming this weekend? He said, no, you can go and preach. For 7 years, it didn't fail once. So I needed my prophetic gift for work more than the pulpit, and it didn't fail once. That's where I did my training. So yeah, I can ask him to switch on, and then I will tell you some things. Take it to the bank. It's only when somebody has been doing it less than 10 years that is still a learner. So another dimension of God's flow came out of my life. Are you still with me? Now, see, the river has a pattern. There's a way it will flow. Now, if you jump the sequence, your ministry will lose the ability to administer God's authority in the land. You know, many of us want breakthrough. You want breakthrough. You want to be known. You want visibility. Visibility can be a curse. If you are not dead to money, you are not dead to women and pleasure, you are not dead to food and luxury, visibility will be a curse on your life. It means you did not go through the school. You are a dropout. And just in case somebody is saying, oh, why is it that I'm not receiving funding? God doesn't fund undergraduates. You will learn how to die to women first before he will fund you. If not, ministry funds will become a platform for another story. May the Lord give us understanding. I know the amen will be lacking at some point. It's part of it. It's therapeutic. You know, some medicines are bitter, but it can help your kidney. You will die to something. There's a process. There's a rigorous process. I had the money to buy a car. My salary can buy a car every month. Yes, my monthly salary can buy a car. And then Jesus will now say, I should stay without a car for 7 years. Such are the dealings that kill things. Yeah. And even when I now went home and brought my own to Lagos, they stole it. I wanted to change the scale. He allowed it to be stolen. So I understood the meaning. For 7 years. Those of you that know Lagos, I was hopping on those yellow buses for 7 years. So that it's no longer about what I drive. I can come into this place with a motorcycle, it will not affect the flow of the anointing. Because many of us estimate possibilities, estimate grace on the basis of flamboyance and how many cars are in the motorcade. Some of us are coming from the wilderness. We don't understand that currency. What we know is grace and power. Are you still with me? Don't be in a hurry to promote yourself. You will discover that you will be handicapped in the future. Allow God to provide visibility for you. He has a prescription as to how the tributary of life that is locked on your heart should progress. Is that clear? All right, like I said, after the flood, there were only 3 families that God had available to work with. The sons